Guys, we are only a couple of weeks away from the first trials of the 2024 NRL season starting. We're also just over a month away from the NRL travelling to Las Vegas and playing the first two games of round one. Now, it's a little bit of a weird setup, and honestly, I just got to throw it out there, and I feel like a lot of you guys will probably be the same, but because it's being played overseas, like, why do I care personally as a viewer? Why do I care that they're going over to Las Vegas? Like, it doesn't really draw interest for me. Obviously, they're trying to go over to America, trying to get into a new market, in particular Las Vegas, or the betting, all that sort of stuff. I understand the thought process, but at the same time, it's a very, very weird situation where we're playing two games on like a random Sunday. It's just a weird setup in the sense that they're playing the first two games like a week out from the rest of the games. And I understand the process and I understand why, in the sense that, you know, it'd be unfair for some teams to play 1 week and travel back and play the next week. You know, it's already hard enough with all the traveling that the teams do, and they always talk about it and how much of a toll it takes and all that sort of stuff. But yeah, just as like an actual viewer, yeah, it's cool that it feels like it's sort of coming back early. It's a little bit of a novelty. But at the same time, you know, as an Australian, or if you're in New Zealand or England or whatever, there's just sort of no reason to care. And, you know, apart from people looking at like, oh, well, it'd be a cool trip to go to America, I don't really see anybody being like, oh, I'd really like to go to Las Vegas and go to this game. It's kind of like, if you're a media personality, you might be keen. But if you're just a general viewer, you can give two shits about them going to Las Vegas, and that's why I think it's going to be an absolute flop. I mean, I'm all for branching out and trying new markets, and I've always been someone who's been a big proponent that, you know, rugby league as a game, it is something that I think could go worldwide. It's just run so poorly that it probably never will, and this is probably a great example of it. You're taking the first game of the season, the first two games, you're playing them a week out, so does the NRL, do they promote this as the actual season launch? Because it is an official round one game. So does Channel 9, Fox, where they would normally hype it up as, you know, we got the first round. It's like, we got the first round, and then the next week we've also got the first round. So first off, that's weird. Secondly, like in the lead up to it, I don't know if it's being talked about the fact that these first few games, they are actually a part of the round, but they're also played like a full week in advance. I don't know if that's actually being talked about a lot, because I only just found out about it, you know, maybe a week ago. And unless you're sort of paying attention big time, I don't think you know or care. You just see the NRL, it's coming back, round one, you know, it's in March, waiting for the first game, you know, sit there, Thursday night, it's going to be great. And then you're like, oh, actually, there's a game on Sunday, and it's in Vegas. Like, it's very, very random scheduling, honestly. They had to try and figure out a way, and this is, realistically, is probably the best way that they can do it, just so it's fair for everybody. Like I said, all the traveling, all that sort of stuff. But I'm intrigued to see what they're finding out now is that the NRL has left it literally till there's like a month out to try and get visas and stuff, which is notoriously hard, especially for a lot of, you know, the NRL has a few little naughty boys, has a few little criminals, you know, with some past history. It might be a little bit difficult to get into America, and they've got this thing that they've been promoting for God knows how long, been sending players over to America, albeit, you know, a lot of the reserve guys, but been sending players over, promoting this game, talking it up to the NRL fans, trying to talk it up to America. I don't know. I feel like it's also strange too, where I feel like they're trying to sell this NRL in Las Vegas. How good is it? They're trying to sell it to the Australian market, and it's like, we already watched the game. You try and sell it to America. Why are you sending Aaron Woods? I don't understand. I really don't understand some things. You know, I even touched on it when I was talking about the fact that they're going to go overseas. They're going to do this, you know, new market, and then, you know, these people are going to, you know, see the games for the first time. They might go, this is great. Like, where can I watch this? And they're like, oh, yeah, nah, this is round one. It's kind of hard to explain, but we're playing a couple of games here. Then you got to wait like a whole week, and then we start like the rest of the round. How are you going to sell that to people who are watching it for the first time in America? They'll be like, I don't understand it. So is this round one, or is it round two, or is this a part of it? Honestly, I know they like to, it sounds good because they're like, this is part of the actual competition, but maybe they would have been better off playing just some novelty exhibition games. Maybe that would have been it. I don't know the exact solution, but yeah, it just feels weird to me that these two games are included, played in such different conditions. The field's going to be different, but yet they're going to be worth the same amount of points. Those teams have then got to travel. It's always talk about how much the World Club Challenge takes out of sides, and how it was, you know, tough, notoriously tough for teams to sort of back up after they went over to England and, you know, came back and they sold off the season pretty weak, and they'd be all tired, they'd be all busted. And I can definitely see that happening. Whether an injury, if there's a bad injury, do they stay in America? Like, how does that sort of work? I'm not saying the NRL shouldn't go over to America. I'm just saying it feels like they've absolutely butchered this, and I think it's going to be a massive flop. Let me know in the comment section below, guys. Do you think it's going to be a flop? Do you think it's going to be a success? I think everything about it just screams very, very poor planned. Like I said, I sort of touched on it a little bit, but they don't even have a video game. Like you got these new fans, and what better way to introduce guys to a new sport, a new demographic than you can go in and they can go and play the video game. But I don't know, something that's probably easily talked about as well is the fact that they've got this new rule change that they're changing it, and it's like round one, we don't know what the style's going to be. Teams haven't really prepared for it. It's pretty last minute sort of thing. Is it necessary? I don't think so. But even now, like the product that they're taking over there, it's such like a probably like a flawed one in the sense that teams are going to be trying out new things too. So the game that you are going to be showing them is going to be arguably one of the sloppier games of the season because it's first round. You got new rule changes, and just the conditions itself, we don't know what they're going to be like. So as good as I think the game rugby league is, sending them over for a willy-nilly round one game where they haven't played throughout the season, they haven't played for a long time, but they're actually going to be playing for competition points, and that's the quality of football we want to see. Like round one, a lot of the times we watch round one and teams look super rusty and they don't look, they're obviously not well polished, haven't been playing with each other for a while. So I don't know if this is the best conditions. Obviously, I would hate for them to send over like State of Origin or something. I think that'd be killer. But yeah, it just seems, I don't know, in some ways good, but some ways bad. For every good step that they take, they seem to take two back. So I don't know, that just seems to be the NRL in general, rugby league in general. For every good thing, there's another couple of bad things. And hopefully they get all the visa stuff sorted out, because that would be an absolute disaster. And as much as it is sort of interesting to sit here and talk about it and make a video on it, I want the best for the NRL. We all want the best for the NRL. We want it to be a massive game. I'd love for it to be worldwide. I just don't know if this is the way to do it. I don't know if there's a better solution to it, honestly. Maybe having a league that was kind of somewhat known. I know they're sort of ramping it up a little bit. They're getting a few more sides, but maybe having a predominant league in that country would help a little bit, because it's like they're taking it to a market, but America doesn't really even have an international site. Like they do, these are all things that they technically do, right? They've got a league, but they have no coverage of it. I think, and it's not professional or anything. Hard to break into America, so at least have some foundations which they've got absolutely none of. So yeah, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents on that one. Let me know in the comment section below. What are your thoughts of the NRL in Vegas? Is it a marketing stunt gone wrong? Publicity stunt gone wrong? Is it a step in the right direction? I'm intrigued to know. So let me know in the comment section. But that's all I've got to say about this little topic. Stay tuned for more content on the channel. I've got plenty to talk about, plenty of videos to come. Obviously, like I said, the NRL season is very, very close. So going to be doing plenty of videos. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed this video, you got this far through it, leave a like, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. All the things you would normally do. Use the notification bell. You know you want to. Don't miss out on these videos. Also, a special mention to the members. Thank you to everybody who's become a member, /stayed a member, / considering becoming a member. You're seeing all the tiers on the screen right now. Thanks to everybody who's joined. Also, the super chatters as well. All goes hand in hand. Predominantly from my streams. So thank you to everybody who comes to my streams and helps support the channel and support me. And also my social media, seeing on the screen right now. It's Mr. Luke and YT. Go ahead, give me a follow, give me an ad. That's all my social medias. And also, that's all I got to say for this video. Video is done. See you next time, guys. See yous.